Hi, it's me, it's JSB, and today on Acting is Reacting, having my first ever listen to the latest track from Magnum. Um, as we learnt yesterday, looking at the 12 bands I listened to most in 2023, there's not a band I listened to more than Magnum. They're not quite my favourite band, but they're so close. That's probably been the case for the past 10 years or more. I got into them quite late in the grand scheme of things. Their 2007 album, Princess Alice and the Broken Arrow, is what drew me in, and I've been drawn in ever since. So it's exciting to have some brand new Magnum. Yeah, that's why I'm an actor, not a singer. But if you're a Magnum fan, and if you're not, why are you here? You've already got that song in your head now, haven't you? At least it's a good one, so you can't hate me too much. Okay, so this track that we're listening to today is called The Seventh Darkness, and it is from the upcoming album Here Comes the Rain, which is astonishingly their 23rd album, if you count the acoustic album. We're going to. And that's due out at the end of next week. So the lineup that we've got here is the same as the previous two albums, which was 2022's The Monster Roars and 2020's Serpent Rings. So we have, of course, Bob Catley on vocals, Tony Clarkin on guitar, and from the last two or three albums, for the most part, we've got Rick Benton on keyboards, Lee Morris on drums, and Dennis Ward on the bass. Now, just before we get into the song, I have to mention, and again, if you're fans, you already know this, but the anticipation for this new album has been, I wouldn't say overshadowed, but it's been dimmed a bit by the fact that they've had to cancel the planned tour to support it, because of Tony's recent diagnosis of a rare spinal condition that's going to keep him off the road for the foreseeable. He's assured us that it's not curable, it's not life-shortening either, and I don't think he plans to head off into the pastures anytime soon, but what he's able to do and what Magnum are able to do going forward is not quite clear at this point, so wishing Tony and the band all the best with that, and I will get into this brand new track. It's Magnum, The Seventh Darkness. Oh, I forgot to say just before we start that the single dropped on streaming sites at basically midnight this morning. But we're going to watch the lyric video, which only came online at about 3 o'clock this afternoon, which is just over half an hour ago. So, I mean, this is really brand spanking new in all sorts of ways. Okay, let's go. These are the boys. I'm not going to talk too much during this, I'll save it for after. I feel like I'm about to start singing along already, and I've never heard this before. First proper sax song in 40 years almost. They've done it again. Okay, well, there we are. As I said, they've done it again. That's Magnum with the Seventh Darkness, and I can't imagine any long-term fan being unhappy about that. I sure as hell aren't. Wasn't really expecting the horns, so I don't know who was playing those, but they'll be credited on the album, so I'll find that out in due course. Not the first time, of course, that there's been horns on a recent Magnum album. In fact, it's quite funny. Last time around, when they released a second single, it was No Stepping Stones from this, which had a great horn section, and everyone went, "Oh wow, horns on a Magnum song!" And I was like, House of Kings says hello. Yeah, horns on that too. But I mean, that just sounded fantastic. Great production, as always. Bob sounded great. Tony's guitar was crunching. I mean, he's 77 years old and he still sounds like a youngster. And while we're talking about Tony Clark, and this has to be said, there's a conversation that you hear of the great songwriters to have come out of the UK. And there's the obvious ones, of course, Lennon and McCartney, Pete Townsend from The Who, Ray Davies from The Kinks. Yeah, I'm on board with all of that. But for me, Tony Clark needs to be on that list because he has written technically 22, but let's say 23 albums. And it's with a handful that have been co-writes, but otherwise it's all him, single-handedly writing these albums every couple of years, and they're so consistently brilliant. He just does what he does, but he does it so well. And I'm not going to get into the lyrics too heavily here, even though I was watching a lyric video. It was the sound that was capturing me. I always get into the lyrics a little later. That's why I'm not going to do too many first-time reactions to songs, because I really believe you need to hear something 6 to 8 times before you really know it. That's just me. And there are people who do the first-time reaction thing a lot better than I ever will. In fact, I'm a patron of the Reaction channel, and a few years ago they reacted to Magnum's Don't Wake the Lion. This is Shawn and Trey reactions to the classics that I'm talking about. In February, I'm going to have them react to 2 songs from this new album. So when that's done, and I'll link that here as well as the original video that I watched, the lyric video, so that you can see that without me walking away. I mean, I was struggling not to move because it's toe catching. Toe catching? That's a phrase. Toe tapping. That's what I'm looking for. It's catchy and toe tapping. All right, you see, it's my first time doing this. I'm going to talk rubbish at times. This is one of them. Well, what's not rubbish is that track and this band. I mean, it's gutting that we're not going to be able to see this live. I mean, who knows if it would have been on the planned set list anyway. It's No Stepping Stones wasn't on the last tour. But speaking of which, as well, the new album has at least an option to come with a DVD of the show they did at KK's. I think it's called KK's in Wolverhampton at the end of 2022. I was there because I'm not a fool. Might be the last time I see them live. I hope not, but if so, it was a cracking night and a good way to go out. And again, if this album turns out to be the final Magnum album, again, that's not what they're saying. Let's hope for at least 10 more. Let's not be greedy. We'll settle for 10 more Magnum albums before they finally shuffle off this mortal coil. And yeah, we just wish Tony and the band all the best. We love you, and we appreciate you, and we wish more people did, but they don't deserve you, so that's what it is. Okay, I'll stop rambling about now. That's it for today. Thanks for joining me. Oh, I've forgotten on other videos, but do click all the YouTubey stuff that you do. Like, subscribe, comment, send it to your gran, all of that good stuff. And I will see you on the next video, when and indeed if that ever happens. Bye for now.